Hello friends, it's Kristine with Queen City Stamp Art, and I'm back today with another clean and simple card. We're going to be using Nature's Harvest one last time to show you another idea for using this beautiful bundle of product. Really, it's a whole suite of product. But before we get into that, I just wanted to make two quick announcements. The first one is that Celebration is wrapping up this week. You still have a few days left till September 30th to order. Place a $50 order and get something free out of the Celebration flyer. I'm going to put a link to my shop in the video description so you have an easy link for shopping. But if you spend $50, you get to pick something free out of that catalog. The Nature's Harvest products are coming back in stock this week, so it would be worth taking a look at the Stampin' Up! Website each day to see if they're back and orderable. I know a lot of you have been waiting to get this, and so I just wanted to let you know that they are expected to be back in stock the week of September 27th, which is tomorrow. So if you are interested in these products, have a look on the Stampin' Up! Website or through that shopping link that I mentioned. I'm also going to be offering a card class coming up. It's called My Holiday Card Stamp-A-Stack. So it's a kit class that you order through the registration form. It's to go. So it will feature the Words of Cheer stamp set. This will be an add-on. You're welcome to put the card kits together using whatever stamp sets you have at home for Christmas. But this one one of the cards does feature this stamp set. You can always improvise, but this will be an add-on to the actual kit. The kit will be about $28. It includes an embellishment, some dimensional adhesive, and the kits to put together 12 Christmas cards, 2 each of 6 different designs. So I just wanted to mention that. It's going to be posted, the link for the registration will be posted under events at queencitystampart.com. So you'll want to check for that this week as well, probably Monday or Tuesday. All right, I'm going to get into the card now. So as I said, we're going to be using Nature's Harvest for this, and we're not going to use the dies today. We're just going to be using the stamp set. We're going to use that nice big flower image and the thank you. And we're going to make a pretty quick and easy card, but I wanted to show you a couple variations of this as well at the end. And so for the first steps, we're just going to do, the card today is going to feature kind of a monochromatic color scheme. That's what's going to really be the clean and simple aspect of this card, because this would look completely different if you had 3 or 4 different colors involved. So we're going to be using some of this beautiful open weave ribbon in the Soft Succulent color. This paper is one of the papers that comes in the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper collection, and then the other side has a bumblebee color. So this is kind of a very versatile paper, Designer Series paper. So to make this card, I'm just going to lay this ribbon across the front like this toward the bottom, flip it over, and I'm going to add some adhesive to the back and just stick the tails of the adhesive into the ribbon. I mean the ribbon into the adhesive, the tails of the ribbon into the adhesive. And then we're going to glue this piece right to the base card. So I cut this panel to measure 4 by 5 1/4 to fit right on the front of my card. And that's going to kind of add the texture for today. We're just going to set that aside. I've pulled out my Evening Evergreen ink pad because Evening Evergreen is really a dark version of Soft Succulent, and they coordinate beautifully together. So we're going to take a little piece of 3 by 4 inch white, basic white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp the flower image using the Evening Evergreen ink. Just like that. Oops. And then we have a little piece of Soft Succulent, a little strip for the sentiment. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ink up the thank you sentiment, and I'm just going to stamp it down here on this little panel. And I'm just leaving a little bit of extra on this edge because I'm going to put some embellishments there. And then I'm just going to trim this off at an angle, just like that. And now we'll put the card together. So it's a very easy, quick and easy card today, but I'm going to show you a variation that's really, really pretty. So we're going to lay this flat onto the card base. We're not going to pop this one up. We are going to pop up the sentiment. So just like that. and then we'll pop up the sentiment on this one. I love this card because it is so quick and easy, but also because it's very restful to the eye. The soft succulent color, you almost could call it a neutral because it's that peaceful and restful. And it goes with so many different color combinations. So I'm just gonna lay this. I'm positioning this across the leaves here where it's kind of not as interesting to kind of force your eye to this part of the card. And then I'm lining it up with the soft succulent edge of the card base, just so that it looks very clean. There's not a lot of disjointedness because it's actually connected to something. And then for the embellishment, I'm just gonna use the in color jewels and add a couple to the sentiment. So I've got a couple of little ones here. And I'm just going to add them to the sentiment strip here with my Take Your Pick tool. And I really like how that looks. I also did this card. I'm going to show you a couple of variations. So I love this one, but then I made one in Bumblebee as well, and I used a happy birthday sentiment from the retired Vine Design stamp set. And I love that, so I'm going to add that to my birthday box. But I think it's really pretty in this color too. It would be gorgeous in a lot of different colors. But that's one idea. And so all I did was I took this same base paper, this designer series paper, flipped it over, and I used the back side of it to do this card. So I really like that. And then I stamped the envelope to match, so I like how that looks too. And then I stepped up the card. So if you like this version, you might like this version even more. For this one, I took a base layer that I cut it to measure 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then this was 3 by 4, the white piece. I stamped it, but then I cut it in half in both directions to create this grid. And then I glued it to the Evening Evergreen piece. And I added an Evening Evergreen ribbon. Those are really the only differences, but it really steps up the card. It gives a lot more interest, and because you can see the ribbon more, there's more contrast. I think it creates sort of definitely a busier card, but really nice too at the same time. I really like it. So I just wanted to show you the two variations of that you could make. If you like the simple one, you could also step it up. So thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you next week.